Fouls are going to bounce nice and true. Good, Anthony. Nice and true.
From Jerbeck Park, about 10 to 15 miles north in the Scripps Ranch area. Scripps Ranch Little League, Minor AA. It's going to be the Padres versus the A's in the championship World Series game of Minor A here at Scripps Ranch Little League. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg G.K. Porter for George Landerman Video Sports Productions with Ken on the camera. And we will be back with the starting lineups for both teams in just a moment. Now let's get the lineup for the Padres. Number 6 will be Matthew Jewell, batting first. Number 2, Scotty Earl, batting second. Batting third, number 12, Patrick McLaughlin. Batting in the 4th position will be Andre Allman, number 5. Batting in the 6th position is number 11, Andrew Feiner. Batting in the 7th position will be number 10, Dominic Madden. Number 7. Batting in the 8th position is Michael Dihachi. Batting in the 9th position is Jonathan Lee, number 9. We also have number 1, Christopher Chung. Number 4, Andrew LeBaron. Number 3, Donnie Wiseman. And number 8, Ricky Bilek.
Batting in the number 2 spot for the Padres, number 2, Scotty Earl. Okay, batting in the number 3 spot for the A's is number 10, Ben Tucker.
Now let's get the lineup for the A's. Number 5, Justin Ringhofer, be batting first. Number 7, Ari Gerber, batting second. Batting third will be Ben Tucker, number 10. Number 9, Jackson Danforth, be batting fourth. 5th will be number 12, Zachary Brown. 6th will be number 2, Kevin Burt. 7 will be number 3, Anthony Trifoglio. Number 8 is going to be number 8, Jacob Nunez. And batting in the 9th position is Logan Rank, number 11. You also have Michael Ferguson, number 6 on the squad, and Noah Marcus for the A's. That's the lineup for the A's and the Padres. And we'll be back with the beginning of this championship game here in the Minor A at Scripps Ranch Little League in just a moment.
And batting in the number 6 spot for the Padres, Dominic Madden, number 10. Okay, batting in the number 7 spot for the A's, number 3, Anthony Tripolio. Batting in the number 7 spot for the Padres, and also wearing number 7, Michael Giacchi. Batting in the number 8 spot for the A's, and also wearing number 8, Jacob Nunez. Batting 8 for the Padres, number 9, Jonathan Lee. Batting in the number 9 spot for the A's, Logan Rank. Batting in the number 9 spot for the Padres, number 1, Christopher Chung. Batting in the number 10 spot for the A's, Michael Rivera Ferguson. Okay, now batting in the number 10 spot for the Padres, number 4, Andrew LeBaron. Next up for the A's, number 4, Noah Stashauer Marcus. And Noah will stay there for 2 batters. Okay, we'll meet up in the next spot for the Padres. Number 3, Donnie Weissman. And number 8, Ricky Wallace. Okay, I'd like to introduce the coach for the A's, Joe Zazzo. And the coach for the Padres, Robert McLaughlin. Okay, we also have with us as our special guest here today, the Vice President of Administration for the Scripps Ranch Little League, Butch Ray. At this point, I would like to ask one member from the Padres and one member from the A's to step forward for the Little League Pledge. All players, please take your hats off, hold it over your heart, and face each other.
All right, stepping in for the A's here in this championship game is Justin Ringhofer. Justin Ringhofer. Looks at their first pitch for a ball.
Now batting for the A's, number 5, Justin Ringhofer.
Ringhofer fouling off the next pitch. Scotty Earl, the pitcher for the Padres. Two balls and 2 strikes to count to Ringhofer. Justin striking out on that one. And there's one down. Called strike 3. Ari Gerber swinging at the first pitch. He doesn't get it. And the 0-1 delivery is now waved at and missed for strike 2 now. And Ari going to talk to his coach there for a moment. 1 out here in the first inning. A's first team up to bat, the visiting team today. The Scripps Ranch Little League. The Little League that won the 10 and 11-year-olds Division All-Star champions last year for 2007. And striking out is Gerber. 2 down now. So Scotty Earl getting the first 2 batters. And now we have the lefty in there, and he makes contact, hits it over to third base. And it drops, and he's going to be on. And that is Ben Tucker. So Ben Tucker steps up. And he's on first base now, making contact on the first pitch. As they say in Major League Baseball, first ball swinging. And now the A's have a runner on first base now. And it's Danforth Jackson now stepping in for the A's. And he swings at the first one and doesn't get it.
Number 9, Jackson Danforth.
Scotty Earl's got some mustard on his pitches. And he also can take off a little bit, kind of confuse the batters up there. And quickly, Danforth Jackson now has got 2 strikes on him. Got his teammate at first and Ben Tucker trying to move him around. Just the top of the first inning, you're watching Scripps Ranch Little League. Greg G.K. Porter, along with Ken on the camera. We're George Landon Video Sports Productions. The championship game here on closing day ceremonies. A throw down at second, and it goes past the man covering that time and into left field. However, he cannot go any further, and so now Jackson is down at second base now. So now you got a runner in scoring position for Danforth Jackson. And he swings and doesn't get it. And it got away from the catcher momentarily, but he's able to tag him out. And that is the 3rd out. No score as we'll go to the bottom of the first inning between the A's and the Padres. Okay. All right, now stepping in for the Padres is going to be Matthew Jewell.
Now batting for the Padres, number 6, Matthew Jewell.
And Jewell makes contact, but he hits it right down to second base for the first out of the inning. Kevin Bird able to handle that one. And now here is going to be Scotty Earl. Waves at the first one for strike one.
Number 2, Scotty Earl.
No balls and one strike here in this minor AA championship game between the Padres and the A's. They go national and American here in Scripps Ranch Little League. Padres from the National League and A's from the American. Took something off that pitch and waving at it again is Scotty Earl. Ground ball sharply down to third base, but it's foul. Just past the bag. Still 2 strikes on Scotty Earl. And waving at the last one. And missing is Scotty Earl, and first strikeout of the contest for the pitcher for the A's. And that is number 4, Marcus Noah. Patrick McLaughlin up there now. McLaughlin wearing number 12 in there from the right side. No score in the game. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first. I mentioned the District 32, which Scripps Ranch Little League is a part of. And I mentioned the 10 and 11-year-old champions of last year. As falling away is McLaughlin. The 11 and 12-year-old major division all-stars were also won by this same Little League. Scripps Ranch National. And the next delivery there by Noah is down too low. McLaughlin trying to be the first base runner of the game for the Padres. And he hits it straight into shallow left field and an over-the-shoulder catch. Nicely done that time to retire the side. The second baseman, Kevin Bird. No score as we go to the second. Michael Giacchi's in left field. And you go to center field and switch here in this inning. And that's going to be Christopher Chung. And you go over to right field now and you see Ricky Bialik. You go over to first base and it's Patrick McLaughlin. Second base is going to be Donnie Wiseman. Shortstop is Jewell. And over at third base is Dominic Madden. The pitcher is Scotty Earl.
Now batting for the A's, number 12, Zach Brown.
Okay, now we have the A's coming up here in the second inning. And it is Zach Brown. Brown, followed by Kevin Burt, and then Anthony Trifoglio. Hits it hard. Chong backing up, can't get to it. And Zachary Brown showing he's got some power. And he rides that pitch to deep center field. And Chong is not going to be able to get to that one. It was over his head. And that's got it tough for Chung. He just came in a game. First pitch swinging by Brown for the A's. Kevin Burt. So Scotty Earl sees the first ball hit off him the hardest. And now you got a runner at second base for the A's, trying to score the first run of the game. No score here in the second. And striking out there, Kevin Burt. So 1 out. That is the third strikeout of the game for Scotty Earl. And heading down to third base. And he gets there safely is Brown. Trifoglio, the batter. Anthony, wearing number 3. Trifoglio trying to pick up his teammate in Zachary Brown at third base. Brown, who doubled off the first pitch from Earl to start off this inning. And now he's at third. And walking to first base, base on balls for Trifoglio. Now Jacob Nunez. Nunez, the center fielder. And from the left side. And that ball gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for Zachary Brown to make an attempt.
Anthony, don't run into a play here, all right? You're not forced.
However, Trifoglio, very smart, goes down to second base. Trifoglio and Brown at second and third. Earl's pitch a little bit outside to Nunez. Nunez trying to get maybe a couple RBIs here. And we'll have a timeout. No score here in the second. Now back with Nunez after the conference in both teams. The pitcher and Nunez. Big pitch here for Earl. Swings and gets him now to have 2 strikes. The full count pitch is down too low. And so now Nunez will load up the bases for Scotty Earl. And Earl now will face Logan Rank, number 11, third baseman. First pitch to Rank is outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Next one to Rank is outside for ball 2. And Scotty Earl laboring here now. And a hard time trying to find the plate. Base is juiced here. And that one drops in for a strike now, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike's the count. 1 strike the count of Logan Rank. Rank with 2 strikes on him. And he strikes out. And there's 2 outs now.
Now batting for the A's, number 6, Michael Rivera Ferguson.
Michael Ferguson now is up there with the bases juiced. Still an opportunity to make something happen here. Down too low. Earl, can he get out of this jam? Down too low. Base is loaded for the A's. Goes a little bit too high, and that's going to be ball 3. And now Earl has no way to go. He has to either throw strikes here or 1 run will come in. And he does. He throws a strike and gets him to swing at it. And now it's full count. Everybody's got to be alert, and everybody's moving with the pitch. Strike 3 called. On the outside corner, Earl gets it. And he is able to avert big-time danger there with the bases loaded. We will go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's still no score. Okay, in left field, here in the 2nd inning is Danford Jackson. Actually, that's Ari Gerber that's playing left field now. Nunez is playing center field. See him getting the ball. And in right field, you got Tri Foglio. Unless they've switched. Yes, they have switched. It is Michael Ferguson in right field. They kind of switch their outfield. At first base, you've got Justin Ringhofer. At second base, you have Kevin Burt still. Actually, Trifoglio is playing second base. At shortstop is Justin Ringhofer. And at third is Kevin Burt. Pitching is Marcus Noah, and catching is number 12, Zachary Brown. So a few changes around after the 1st inning, position-wise. Okay, here's the Padres stepping up here in the 2nd inning. Andrew Allman steps in. Allman wearing number 5. Allman waves at the next pitch. And it's 1-1. No score here in the 2nd inning between the A's and the Padres. As we continue on with the great things that happened last year for Scripps Ranch National Little League in the District 32. The Padres, believe it or not, were, of course the rest of the county probably doesn't believe it, but the Padres were the minor baseball division tournament of champion winners last year. So they are trying to defend their, not just their league championship, but they are trying to defend their district championship also. And as we have a little bit of a break, for the Major Baseball Division Tournament of Champion winners. It was right here from Scripps Ranch last year. It was the Marlins. So the Marlins won the majors and the Padres won the minors, not just of their league, but of the whole district last year. So that's a little tidbit information for you for this area of Little League Baseball. All right, Andrew Allman back in there. Allman watches that one ride a little bit low. We have a maps game being played behind us. That's where you hear the music coming from. Now Marcus Noah not able to get Andrew Allman. So he walks to first base. Here's number 11, Andrew Feiner. Feiner from the left side, and Feiner doesn't get, or looks at the first one for a ball. Marcus Noah not getting that pitch. As you can tell, we're, well, maybe you haven't gotten our DVD before, but this is one of the few times where you see us from center field actually filming the game. I was here 2 years ago, and we were from one of the base sides, first base or third base side. I believe it was first base side we were. This time around, we're from center field, kind of the way you see it in Major League Baseball. Of course, in Major League Baseball, they have plenty of cameras from all different angles. All right, back in there, Andrew Feiner. Feiner watches that one go for a ball, and all the way down to second base is Allman. So Allman's down to second base. Remember, he walked. And now Feiner has a chance to get an RBI here. And a runner in scoring position at second base. Still no score here in the bottom of the second inning in this championship game between the Padres and the A's. And making a fine play is the catcher that time, Zachary Brown, getting the helmet off and being able to find at baseballs. It's not an easy thing to do as a catcher, especially as young as Zachary Brown is, and he made a fine play. Big play for his ball club there. One out. Dominic Madden. And Madden grounds out. And there's 2 outs for the Padres. However, moving down to third is Andrew Allman. So Allman alertly moving down to third as the fielders elect to go to first base with it. And Giacchi, Michael Giacchi, is up there at the plate. Giacchi facing Noah. Can't get that one. It's a little bit off of the pitch that time. And swinging and not being able to get that one either. So Marcus Noah really helping himself out here with the Padres having a runner on third base. Not the same situation that Earl had to face with the bases juiced, but he wants to get out of it just the same. And he's going to be able to do that with a strikeout. And so both teams, their pitching and defense, very good. As we go to the top of the third, we're still scoreless. All righty, here we go, the top of the third inning. And we have no score in a great championship match here between the A's and the Padres. And a ground ball through the hole and into left field. So Marcus Noah starts it off with a base hit. So the pitcher helping himself out. Now we go to the top of the order. It's going to be Justin Ringhofer.
Number 5, Justin Ringhofer.
So Ringhofer stepping in, trying to move his runner around. His team had the bases juiced last inning, but then they had 2 straight strikeouts and could not put a run across the plate. Getting away from the catcher and being able to get down there safely is Marcus Noah. So Noah now in scoring position. The A's staff has seen this before in this game. They have not been able to get anything across home plate for a run. And we are in the third inning now. Ringhofer looking at that one down too low. From Scotty Earl. Throw to first base in time. Nice play by Scotty Earl. Looking at the runner, throwing it over to first base, and getting the first out of the inning. Scotty Earl has been trained well, showing that he's going to be something to deal with in the future. And whatever position he plays in. Swung on and missed to the new batter, Gerber. Runner still at second base for the A's. I said about positions, and Scotty Earl is going to have to come out. He's not going to be able to pitch the whole game based on how many pitches he throws. And a couple of years ago, they had some regulations that were set up in Little League Baseball. And what they wanted to do with it is try to protect these young players' arms. As there was a strike there. 10 and under was allowed to have 75 pitches in a game. Again, I mentioned a couple years ago when that was set up. Now, you only have 50 pitches in a game as Noah slides in safely at third, just away from the tag. So Noah's at third base now. But Gerber striking out. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. And now Ben Tucker steps in. Tucker is still a chance, as did Gerber and Ringhofer for an RBI here. And he fouls it away. First time up, Tucker was aboard on the error, or at least that's what I decided to call it. And so he did make contact, batting from that left side. And he'd love to do it right here and try and break this scoreless tie here in the third inning. This championship game. A little bit. Scotty Earl, though, on the other hand, wants to try and keep this a scoreless game. Hit hard to short, and there will be a run in this game now. As coming across is Noah, and it is 1-0. As Ben Tucker slams that ball past shortstop for a single, and it is 1-0. He gets an RBI out of it. Scotty Earl still living good because remember, the bases were juiced last inning, and he got out of it. So the A's, they know they could have more than just one run right now. And they're trying to do that right now. Danforth Jackson up there. Ben Tucker slides down to second as the throw is too late. We got Ken and George over there doing that MAPS game and making a lot of noise behind us here at the great Jerebeck Park, Jerebeck Elementary, to the south of us here. Got to steal third, and is he safe for out? He just gets in under the tag. Tucker just got in under the tag, stealing third on the play. Danforth Jackson has an easier time now, but he can't get a hold of that pitch. Trying to put another run on the scoreboard. And again, going back to the Little League website, you know, with the rules that had changed, you know, the survey of the leagues that was done showed the overwhelming majority were able to implement a pitch count without any problems. So this pitch count thing is working pretty good. Not something in my day that they had. They just said go ahead and keep throwing until your arm falls off. Not anymore. Of course, I wasn't a pitcher, but you get the idea. I did play Little League baseball. Swung out and missed for strike three. Jackson cannot get the run across. However, they do get one run in the inning, and they do have the lead. It is 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the third. Okay, going to the bottom half of the third inning. Padres down 1-0, as you would say in soccer. 1-0, as you would say in Little League baseball. And they are trying to see if they can get the equalizer here. I mentioned soccer because we do a lot of soccer, mostly soccer, over the years. We've been together doing these youth sports. And it's been fantastic, a great joy. Scripps Ranch Little League, the bottom of the third inning, the Padres are going to send up as it started out, being Jonathan Lee, Christopher Chung, and Andrew LeBaron, although that might not turn out to be the case. You got to remember in Little League, the players move around, different positions and that, and we'll try to stay with it as best we can. We don't have anybody giving us changes out here in center field, so we have to just go by the eyesight. So bear with us. Jonathan Lee is up there at bat, and he looks at a strike. Next pitch to him is hit sharply past the shortstop and into right field, or into left field, as Lee. A base hit. Christopher Chung is up there at the plate. Padres a runner at first base, and they want to try to tie this game up against Mr. Noah. Unofficially, Noah's got 3 strikeouts in the game. Pitched a good game so far. One runner has made it to third base, and that was Andrew Allman, and he was stranded back into second inning. The times in this ball game that the players have moved to second and third is usually when that ball has got away from the catcher. And that curveball bagging him out, but it was way too far inside. So Chung is now going to be at first base with a walk, and you have Lee down to second base. So Lee's at second, Chung is at first base. And let's see if this is Andrew LeBaron. It is. So LeBaron now with runners on first and second. Lee in scoring position. Wants to try and see if they can get the equalizer. Don't have anybody out here in the third inning for Noah and company. Pitch is outside. Andrew LeBaron watches Noah's pitch, get away from the catcher, and both runners will move up a base. And so now you got Lee at third, you got Chung at second, and LeBaron has two runners now to bags to get RBIs off of. Backing away from that curveball, and it's a strike. Nice pitch by Noah. And he makes contact, hits it along the first base side, but that is going to go foul. LeBaron again wants to try to straighten it out. And the curveball is way inside, and LeBaron now will load him up. So 2 walks in the inning and a single, and now you got the bases loaded for the Padres. Down 1-0 here in the third inning. And that'll be it for Noah. He may have either had the amount of pitches in this Little League, it's 50 pitches, and he may have had his 50. So now it's Giacchi who will be doing the pitching in there. Score is 1-0 A's. We'll be right back. Michael Giacchi is up there on the hill, and he's inherited the bags full with Jonathan Lee at third, Christopher Chung at second, and Andrew LeBaron at first base. And here's Matthew Jewell. You fly it out, first time up. Batting from that left side. Giacchi's pitch, down too low, but they call it a strike as it went across the plate. Went across the plate at the proper height. 1-1 to count. And slapped that, just hit the fence over there by the A's side. Trying to straighten it out. Up too high. And the Padre players thinking about coming, but they're not going to. They hit the backstop and came right back to Giacchi. Waved at and missed. That was Donnie Wiseman who striked out.
Now batting for Padres, number 8, Ricky Bialik.
And now Ricky Bialik is in there. One out in the inning. Remember, I mentioned that the bases were juiced and nobody was out yet. So 1 out now. Giacchi working out of a huge jam, trying to. This could be instrumental for the A's winning this ball game. If they can get out of this jam here, anytime there was nobody out and you got the bases loaded, and if you can get out of that without any runs, that helps you out big time, especially when you have to make a pitching change. Giacchi with some fresh pitches. The fresher arm right now. And that one down too low. A matter of his command is the key in this inning here. And I say that as just a word because at this young age, he's tough. Tough to throw that baseball across that plate and be really good at it. This one's hit up along the right side, and 1 run will score to tie it. They're going to try to get to the throw to the plate. Is he safe or out? He's safe. 2-1. So the Padres taking the lead here in this championship game. As making contact was Bialik, and Bialik all the way to first base, and all he had to do was just make contact, and he did it that time and helped his teammate. Teammates. And now here's Matthew Jewell. In the 3rd inning. And Bialik runs down to second base. Of course, at third base is LeBaron. Runners now at second and third. Two to 1, your score. Padres leading the A's here in the 3rd inning. Down too low. Giacchi, not a bad pitch. Just wanted to see if the contact was going to be made and maybe they could get a double play or get out of the inning. It did not work out. And the youngster will log that in his mind, definitely on a positive level. A ball that was able to be handled. And that's the kind of thing you want as a pitcher. And it'll work out for him later on down the road. Always tough at this age. Minor double A's you're watching here. And that was ball 4. So getting all the way, or getting a situation now where they have runners at each bag after the walk of Matthew Jewell. And let's see who they bring up here. It's going to be Scotty Earl. We'll find out here in a moment. They lead 2-1, and Earl, if it is, can help his situation out for the effort that he's put in this game. He won't be in there pitching very much longer, but he could get the win in a championship game as his teammates have helped him out. And he could add more for insurance. LeBaron at third, Bialik at second. At first is Jewell. Scotty Earl is up there. 1 ball and no strikes to Scotty Earl. Team leading 2-1 here in the 3rd inning, the bottom of the 3rd. Up too high now. 2 balls and no strikes. Earl will just as soon take a walk. A wonderful morning here at Scripps Ranch Little League in June, the first week, where baseball is at this level. Finishing up, they throw to the plate. And is he out? That was a force play. He is. So now there's 2 outs. Scotty Earl making the contact, hitting it down to shortstop. But the runner, LeBaron, trying to come in. And a beautiful play by the shortstop. And there's 2 down now. Bialik is at third base. Jewell is at second. Bases are still juiced with Scotty Earl being at first base. But the A's showing their defensive prowess. A fine play that time by Ben Tucker, the shortstop. Bases juice. The Padres still have an opportunity to try to put another run across here. If Giacchi can get out of this, he would have minimal damage. And that's exactly what's going to happen here as his first baseman touches the bag, and that ends the inning. So McLaughlin cannot add to it as the first baseman that time, Justin Ringhofer, able to make the play. And it is 2-1 as we go to the top of the 4th. Padres. All right, here we go in the top of the 4th inning. The A's want to try to catch up now. They started that 3rd inning, then they were ahead. And now they find themselves behind by 1 run. 2-1 in this championship game. Pitching now for the Padres. We got a new pitcher in the ball game. Is Patrick McLaughlin. McLaughlin, a left-handed pitcher up there. Facing Zach Brown. And of course I mentioned that would probably happen as Scotty Earl and run himself to the amount of pitches. But he did a fine job while he was in, and he stands to get the victory. However, the A's don't want to have nothing to do with that, and they want to get some runs against McLaughlin here as Zach Brown walks.
Now batting for the A's, number 2, Kevin Burke.
Remember the Padres, as I mentioned earlier, from the way I read it, are District 32 champs in a tournament of champions. Not this same exact team, but that name. Defending champions. McLaughlin, a lefty. Different look for the A's here, and getting down to second base. No problem that time for Brown. Brown got all the way to third base in his 2nd inning, but was stranded right there. He wants to try to do it again, but this time get all the way around. His team down by 1 run. McLaughlin, the lefty. Trying to do something here with Kevin Burt. And strikes Kevin Burt out. So Kevin Bird strikes out. First out of the inning, Anthony Trofoglio now will step in. Foglio for the A's in the right side. He walked his first time up and got into second. And he was stranded there. Looks at a strike from McLaughlin. Of course, that was that inning I mentioned about Trofoglio getting to second. That was the inning when they had the bases juiced, did the A's. And then had 2 straight strikeouts and had nothing to show for that inning. And that's a major reason why they're down 2-1. Trofoglio against McLaughlin. Swings and fouls it away, so he stays in there. Well, they're using that 5-pitch thing over there in the mats in the southern field and making a lot of noise and having a lot of fun. The big day here, the closing ceremonies of the Spring League. We got 2 leagues here at Scripps Ranch, Little League, or two sessions of the year when they play baseball, I should say. This one ending the first session. And Trofoglio getting the walk. And already moving down to third base is Brown. Brown has done this before. Can he score this time? It's up to his teammates here. A walk for Trofoglio. Second walk of the game for Anthony. Should be Nunez. Slow roller back to the pitcher. McLaughlin's going to go to first, then go to the plate, and oh, they almost got it. Nice idea, but not quite. As Brown finally scores, and he's been looking to do that. But they do get the run. They do get the runner cut off at first base for the second out of the inning. Logan Rank now in there. Rank swings. Doesn't get it as Trofoglio down at second base. Two outs in the inning. Logan Rank struck out his last time up. That was against Earl. McLaughlin strikes him out also. And it'll be 2-2 as we go to the bottom, or to now the top, or the Padres part of the fourth inning, which is the bottom half of the fourth.
After 3.5 innings of play, it's not enough. Phase 2.
Root for the Padres.
Number 5,
Andrew Allman's going to step in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Padres in a 2-2 score. I looked at the Little League website and saw that the Rawlings Jr. batting helmets were recalled. Information that was released not too long ago on May 28th. The Rawlings Sporting Goods Company that usually puts out good batting helmets, about 2,300 units were recalled. And the manufacturer, I guess, is in China, and they just, the problem was there was the paint on the helmets contained excessive levels of lead, which violated the federal lead paint standard. Another thing off the Little League website, knowledge to protect the young players. Another pitch inside. And it's 3 balls and no strikes to Allman.
Batting for the Padres, number 11, Will Finer.
Jacob, be ready here.
Ari Gerber, number 7, who has been the pitcher for the A's. If I mentioned it was Giacchi, it's Gerber for the A's who had came in. Gerber now has one hit right to shortstop. Shortstop making a nice play on it that time for the A's. And that is Justin Ringhofer. Allman stays at first base. 6'3" for the people that like to keep score. Or actually F6 for those who like to keep score. But Allman goes down to second base. Dominic Madden, the batter. And deciding to go down to third base is Allman. And Gerber's pitch down too low. That was too high. And deciding to think better of it is Allman. However, runners at first and third now as Madden gets the walk in a 2-2 game. Scheduled to come up is Giacchi for the Padres. The name that was misgiven for Gerber, apologize for that, in this contest. Ari been out there now to second inning, getting talked to by his manager. Just wants to calm Ari down and try and manage this inning here without any further damage. Padres trying to take the lead, runners on the corners. Swung on and missed by Giacchi. Giacchi, and now you got scoring on the play was Allman. Got away from the catcher, and it's 3-2. With moving down to second is Madden. And both these two teams like to take advantage of the base. They like to put a lot of pressure on the catchers. Now Dominic Madden is at third base. And Madden thought better of it. He came down a few feet from third but thought better of it before he decided to come to the plate. The Padres lead here in the bottom of the fourth. As Andrew Allman coming across to score that go-ahead run. And Gerber getting the strikeout of Giacchi.
Now batting for the Padres, number 9, Jonathan Lee.
Jonathan Lee stepping in. He had a base hit his first time up. And he'd love to do it again. Add a second tally. Lee swinging hard, and here it comes. And he cannot advance. Madden wants to get home plate and add 2 more runs above what the A's have. They make it 4-2. They lead 3-2 now. Fouled off that time by Lee. And if you're Gerber, you want to get out of this inning. Minimize the damage and keep your team within 1 run. Scripps Ranch Little League Championship game. And the catcher going to make a play to Gerber, but it's safe is Madden. 4-2, Padres lead. You knew Madden wanted to score, and he was continually trying to put pressure on the battery of Gerber and his catcher. Can't quite see his number there, but he wanted to try to put pressure on both of those two and could not. They could not make the play to get him out. Lee, is it a fair ball? No, it is foul. Going along that first base side. Would have had to go all the way down and touch that first base bag. It rolled foul well before then. Lee looking at the home plate umpire. It's a ball on that last pitch. His team leading by 2. Base is empty. He swings and misses, and Gerber ends the inning. But not before the Padres put 2 at the bottom of the fourth. They lead 4-2.
So we're heading to the top of the fifth. We have Patrick McLaughlin pitching. Coming up to bat for the A's is number 10, number 6,
Michael Ferguson will start it off here in the top of the 5th inning for the A's. They're down 4-2. Most recently, the first name was drawn for the Little League World Series title game. An opportunity to watch the Little League title game, and they do it by a lottery. And that was the first thing that was done for this particular season. Each person that wants to get into watching the title game has to prepare a letter requesting 4 tickets for the final game, and that letter must be received at Little League International between the end of the previous year's World Series and the close of business on the last day of February to be considered. And the letter was submitted by a Mr. Schaff, and he was the first one drawn from more than 1,500 entries. Another thing on the Little League Little League online website, Little League Baseball. McLaughlin trying to get out. Mr. Ferguson here. And Mr. Ferguson and company want to try to tie this game up, down by 2 here in the 5th inning. It gets all crucial here now, as you don't have too many more outs to work with. A total of 6 outs to work with, as they only play 6 in Little League Baseball, especially here in the minors. And getting the strikeout is McLaughlin, and there's 1 out. Marcus Noah will step in, unless they have another batter to replace him. And it is Marcus Noah. Noah, who started off the game pitching, and then Gerber came in to take his place. Did well when he was out there defensively on a hill, and now offensively want to try to do something here against McLaughlin. Looks at the first pitch for a ball. McLaughlin has 3 strikeouts unofficially in the game since he's come in, back in the 4th inning. And the left-handed pitcher, another look that the A's have had to deal with. And he has settled down. Swinging and missing is Noah. Padres want to show that their pitching staff can get the job done here in the title game. Swinging and missing, and down goes Noah. 2 outs now. The A's down to 4 outs left in his championship game. The top of the order, Justin Ringhofer. Pitch to Ringhofer is low from McLaughlin. 1 ball and no strikes. Ringhofer has struck out and grounded out in 2 trips. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Ringhofer. McLaughlin's 2-0 pitch outside for ball 3. And now it's 3-0. Ringhofer wants to get on board. 3-0 delivery outside for ball 4. And so the first walk of the inning is Ringhofer. And that'll send up the bat. Should be Ari Gerber, the pitcher.
Now batting for the A's, number 7.
Yes, it is.
Ari Gerber.
Gerber steps in. He struck out twice. Wants to try to figure out McLaughlin here. His team down by 2. Swings and fouls away. Or he didn't get it that time, so being able to go down to second base is Ringhofer. Both teams challenging the catchers because they're running the base paths. They're stealing bases. They're alert. That's why they're here in the championship game. And now there goes Gerber again. And he is, Ringhofer, and he gets down to third base. Gerber just watching his teammate go down to third base. And out of Padres, they want to talk. We'll take a timeout. It's 4-2 Padres. And he finally strikes him out. And that ends the inning. And they do not get that all-important run, so it is still 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Padres lead the A's.
After 5.5 innings.
Christopher Chung now. Trying to add to this Padre lead against Gerber and company. Chung walked, but he scored. One of the 4 runs for the Padres in this game. Again, you're watching Scripps Ranch Little League, about 15 miles north of the downtown city of San Diego. Greg G.K. Porter, along with my cameraman Jeff, for George Landon Video Sports Productions. Happy to be with you on a wonderful morning, the closing ceremonies of the Spring League. That ends here in June, and everybody's Scripps Ranch Little League gets ready now to start playing the extra games, extra playoff games that deal with the district. And they've been successful recently. As I mentioned earlier, winning in about 4 different categories. The banner for the District 32. Striking out, Christopher Chung. Andrew LeBaron now steps in. He wants to try to help his team add more to this lead. And he hits it hard, but is there going to be a play? No, there won't be, and he will be on board with a base hit. And so LeBaron is on board with a base hit. That actually is only the second unofficial hit, maybe the third officially of the game for the Padres, even though they have 4 runs. Andrew LeBaron kind of laboring over there at first base. His coach talking to him, and he's going to stay at first unless they get the home plate umpire's attention. He may be hurt. Let's see what it is. Now he's going to stay out first. He had both hands over his eyes, and he didn't look too happy over there. Not a normal reaction after you get a base hit. And he's going to try to take off for second, and he's going to make it safely there. Well, Andrew LeBaron getting down to second base. I mentioned both teams, they like to, and Al Gerber is going to give the ball to somebody else to pitch. Maybe he has gotten the amount of pitches up to the limit of the amount of pitches he can throw. Or maybe just the decision to get somebody else in there. And Gerber, he pitched well and he got a hand. And he's going to play shortstop now. And doing the pitching will be Dominic Madden. So Dominic Madden now, or correction on that, it's going to be number 10, Tucker. Madden is for the Padres. And that's what got me into trouble earlier.
Now on the mound for the A's is number 10, Ben Tucker.
Remember, Andrew LeBaron is at second base. Swinging and not getting McLaughlin, I believe, is the batter. Tough to see his number from here. And he being left-handed, looks like it is McLaughlin. Moving down to third base is LeBaron. Well, that was Donnie Wiseman. So it was Wiseman. And Wiseman strikes out. And now it's Ricky Blylick. 2 outs in the inning. And Ricky Blylick. Blylick made contact the last time he was up. There was an error by the second baseman unofficially. And Blylick got all the way to third base before he was stranded. Way back in that 4th inning. Fouls it away. Trying to add that extra insurance run in LeBaron. But at the same time, Tucker trying to get out of this jam and get in that dugout and see if they can get 2 runs to tie this game up. Down 4-2, fouled away again by Blylick. Blylick fouling him away. Righty against righty here. His teammate at third and LeBaron. And he hits it right back to Tucker, and he goes to first in time. And that will end the inning. It is still 4-2. 3 outs left for the A's to try and see if they can tie it, or will the Padres be the champs? Stick with us. We'll be right back in this minor AA championship game. All right, the last chance for the A's. Ben Tucker steps in from the left side against McLaughlin for the A's. The A's have had chances in this game. They had the bases loaded and then had 2 straight strikeouts to foil their opportunity in the 2nd inning. They were able to push a run across in the 4th inning, did nothing in the 5th, and here they are in the 6th. Ground balled out ashore. 1 hop, and it throws in time. Scotty Earl, who's playing shortstop now, who started off pitching in the beginning of the game. Beautiful play, 6-3 if you're keeping score, 1 out. Danforth Jackson now. Jackson struck out in the 3rd inning. Was the last out in the 1st inning.
Now coming up to the plate, number 12, Black down.
Zachary Brown now the batter. Brown stealing second. Danforth Jackson. Scoring position, Brown, who has been around the bases himself, scored 1 time. Trying to do something here to get his teammate Danforth Jackson around. To cut the lead by 1. Can't get that pitch on the outside corner by McLaughlin. Both teams have not been afraid on the base paths. They've taken advantage of each other. But not a lot of runs scored, and now there's 2 outs for the A's as striking out is Jackson. McLaughlin coming in here. He came in here in the 4th inning, and he has done a fine job to help out this pitching staff.
Sorry about that. Number 2, Kevin Burt.
He's only given up 1 run. Earl gave up 1 run, and that was it. Pitch outside. Burt the batter. And we'll take a momentary pause. It is 4-2. 1 out left for the A's. 1 out left for the Padres, and they will be the champs. Hit down the right field line, but foul. Kevin Burt would have scored. Danforth Jackson. Swung on and not held, so going down to third base. Kevin Burt now. Jackson on third, he swings and misses! And the Padres win the minor AA championship. Great pitching performance, allowing 2 runs. And getting the job done offensively in the latter innings to win. Both teams playing a great game here at Scripps Ranch Little League. We hope you enjoyed all the action. But the Padres will be the champs for 2008. Boy, we'd like to hear that happen in the Major League Baseball with 2 different worlds. Congratulations to the Padres. Congratulations to the A's to get in the championship game. Stick with us. There'll be interviews from those who participated in this game today, and we'll be right back.
Thanks for coming out today. Thank the Padres for having a great game. And thank our A's for a great season. Padres, you got a lot of beef on that team, man. There's some heavy hitters. We've seen them hit all year long. We're trying to think, how are we going to defend this? Oh my gosh. One player we were missing today, so I want to acknowledge him first, and that's Joey Zazo. He was up all night sick, so unfortunately he wasn't here. Okay, so first player is Justin Ringhofer. And looks like I got ahead of myself, so I need to introduce my most awesome, valuable coach this year, Joe Zazo. Second player, Ari Gerber. Third player is Ben Tucker. Jackson Ringhofer. Or Jackson Danforth, my bad. Zachary Brown.
Smile, I'm not getting to you. Smile. Smile, you're not getting it. There you go.
Kevin Burke.
Good play today. You had an awesome game today, good guy.
Okay, hopefully I get this name right. Anthony Trifolio.
Here you go, buddy. Anthony wants a little airtime.
Oh. Little airtime.
Jacob Nunez.
There you go, buddy.
Logan Rank. Michael Rivera Ferguson.
Mike, it's all about the hardware, huh?
It's all about the hardware, huh?
It's all about the hardware.
Last one, but not certainly least, who pitched an awesome 2.5 innings, Noah Stassauer Marcus. Ace, family, thank you. It's been a great season. We're out.
The manager for the Padres, Ken Earl.
First of all, Robert, why don't you come out and help with this?
Yeah, Robert! That's how
First of all, I want to say congratulations to the A's. John and Joe, you guys did a terrific job this season. Have a great team, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next few years here in the Scripps Ranch Little League. So thanks to the Padre parents. The parents have been fantastic all year. We've got tremendous help and participation by a lot of the parents, and we greatly appreciate it. We couldn't have done it without you. And lastly, congratulations to the Padres. You guys played a great season. Showed a lot of heart coming back from some difficult situations in the last few games, and you know, I can't say how proud we are, you know, enough. So, first player here, come on up, Christopher Chung.
Christopher.
Good job, Christopher.
Congratulations, buddy. Nice. Good job.
Number 2 player, Scotty Earl.
Thanks, Scotty.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Good job. Congratulations.
Third player, Donnie Weissman.
Good job, Johnny.
Way to wave to your peeps. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Fourth player, Andrew LeBaron.
All right, Andrew. Hey, buddy, we get 2 for the
Yeah.
Fifth player, Andrew Allman.
Yeah!
Great job,
boy! Yeah, boy!
Congratulations,
That's how
Andrew.
you do it, boy! That's
Next player, Matthew Jewell.
how you do it, boy! Yeah, I know.
Congratulations.
Next player, Michael Giacchi.
Good job.
I ain't 19. No, you're speed racing.
Next player, Ricky Bialek.
Good job, Ricky.
That's how you do it, Ricky!
There we go, Bubba.
There you
Good
go.
job.
Ricky!
Congratulations.
Ricky!
Next player,
Ricky!
Jonathan Lee.
Jonathan, great job, man.
Nice job.
You did a great job today. Congratulations.
What I'm talking about.
Next player, Dominic Adams.
Yeah. That's how you do it, baby boy.
Tommy.
You getting used to
That's
this?
how we roll, man.
Speed wheels. That's it.
These are
Next
black.
player, Matthew Feiner. Andrew Feiner, I'm sorry.
Matthew Feiner. Get the name right. The coach
We had to change Andrew's name to Drew middle season since we had 3 Andrews and it was tough to keep track. And last but not least, great job on the mound today, Patrick McLaughlin.
Yeah, Patrick.
Good job, Pat.
Last but not least, thanks to Gary. He was an awesome coordinator for the Minors AA this year, so thanks for all
Big
the
round of
communication.
Gary.
Great job, Gary.
Okay, parents, I always kind of have a little tradition I like to do at the end of the game here, especially this was a fantastic game, and You know, what a great day for baseball. This is Little League at its best. I'd like to have all of you out there give the loudest applause you can, kids included, for both of these great teams.
Let's
here.
go!
Let's go.
Cheering for you, give you goosebumps, okay? Because that's what Little League's all about, right?
Hey, have a great day. We're going to have our sportsmanship awards down at the Majors Field in about 10 minutes. So any of you guys who are in there for sportsmanship awards, come on down, and the rest of you come on down and cheer on the sportsmanship award winners, okay? Okay, we'll see you next season, and hopefully you'll play fall ball, and everybody practice their game and get even better and come back and be in this game each year. All right?
Thank you. Hey, Padres, take your trophies and everything out in front of the scoreboard. Go fast.
All right, guys. And you are?
Jackson Danforth.
Okay. Jackson, take a look at that camera there and tell everybody how you felt about playing on this team this year, making it to the championship game, and how much fun that was.
I think it was a big success because the teams I've been on never actually made it to the World Series or been the champions of the American League. So I think it's a lot of fun just being in the World Series.
It is, and it's something that you could build on. Yeah, I understand you guys are a very, very young team.
Yep, that is true.
Okay. So you're only going to get better and stronger from here on out. And you guys played a great game today. I mean, there's a point there where it looked like you guys were going to pull this thing out.
Yep.
The big upset. What school you got to?
Jerbeck Elementary.
Okay. You like that school over there?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Okay. And anything else you'd like to say to anybody watching this DVD?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. Just hand me a teammate there. And you are?
Justin Ringhofer.
Okay. Talk a little bit about this experience this year. It's been kind of fun, huh?
Yeah, it has. We had a great team this year. We had a great coach. And I've never been to the World Series. I've also been on Jackson's team for about like 3 years.
Okay.
So we've been practically on the same team, and both of us have never made it to this World Series chance.
But this year is different.
Yep. And we had a great time.
Yeah. And you guys, like I say, you guys pushed them. You know, they had to make some big plays, otherwise you guys win this thing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
They did come through and score a lot of runs in the end.
Okay. Well, it was a good, tight, close game. What school you go to?
Elling Browning Scripps.
Okay. You like that school over there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me talk to another one of your teammates, and you are?
Jacob Nunez.
Okay, Jacob, take a look and tell everybody how much you enjoyed this season.
I think it was a good season because we did good.
Okay, yeah, you did. I mean, there's a lot of other kids out there that didn't make it to the championship like you guys did.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the thing that you'll always think about with your teammates and how much fun it was this year? What's the thing you're going to take with you in the future?
I don't know.
Just the fun you had, or I mean, is there anything you'll remember about this year?
Just the fun.
Okay, that'll work. What school you go to?
Christ, the Cornerstone Academy.
Okay, you like that academy?
Kinda.
A little challenging. Okay, guys, come on, let's do 2 more here. And you are?
I'm Ben Tucker.
Okay, Ben, talk about this experience this year.
I think it was really cool for us to make the World Series, and it was a big step forward for us.
All right. What school you go to, Ben?
Jerbeck.
All right, like that school?
Yeah.
Okay, let me talk to your teammate. And you are?
Logan Rank.
Okay, Logan, talk about the experience this year.
It was a lot of fun. It was hard, but it was a lot of fun. So.
About as delicious as drinking that A&W drinking there, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say about this year?
I've never been to the World Series like a lot of other people, so it was a lot of fun going, and I did learn a lot. So.
Good to get your feet wet. What school you go to?
Good Shepherd Catholic School down in Mira Mesa.
All right. You like it down there?
Yes, but it's hard.
All right.
It's very.
Okay. Let me talk to your teammate. Good luck. And you are?
All right, Gerber.
Come on over here. and tell us a little bit about your experience today pitching and then doing everything else out there.
Really fun. Second time going to the World Series, and it was just great to have all the teammates work together, do as hard as they can, and just it's good that we just made it.
Yeah, and you guys played great today. You almost pulled this thing off today. What school you go to?
Jarbeck Elementary.
All right. One last thing you'd like to say to your parents and the rest of your teammates?
Nice knowing you.
All right. And you'll be back again next year, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and you are?
Noah.
Okay, what's your last name, Noah?
Stashauer Marcus.
Okay. Noah, talk about just this experience this year.
Well, in the first 3 innings, well, it was 2.5. I was pitching, and I think I did a good job. And I just felt good that we actually got to go to the World Series. I didn't get to go last year, but this year I did. And we had a lot of young players on our team, like the person you talked to last time, and Ben, and a lot of players are in 3rd grade. I'm in 3rd grade too.
Right.
But yeah, and 4th and 3rd really brought our team alive, and we all fielded. We had a lot of pitchers that could really throw strikes. I liked outfield, but because I like the fly balls that sometimes come there.
It was a good year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What school you go to?
Jarbeck
All right.
Elementary.
Thank you. Good luck. And you are?
Kevin Burt.
Kevin, talk about the experience.
Well, I thought it was really fun because this is my second time going, and it's really fun to redo this game again.
All right, all right. Well, you guys did a great job. What school you go to?
Miramar Ranch Elementary.
All righty. Well, good luck in the future with you and your teammates. Good job.
Thanks.
And you heard it from the A's, who were not victorious today, but they played a great game. Okay, guys. Tell us in a few sentences how you feel about winning the championship today for the Padres in minor AA.
We feel really, really proud of ourselves since we've been losing quite a few games, but now we're a lot better.
All right. And you are?
Christopher Chung.
Okay. What position did you play out there?
I played center field, 3rd base, 2nd base, and catcher.
Okay. And you are?
I am Ricky Bialik.
Okay, Ricky, talk a little bit about your experience
this
whole season and then winning this.
Okay. Well, during my whole season, I had a hard time trying to bat, but during this time in the World Series, I really was batting good. And also, I am very, very happy to be here in the World Series and win.
All right. Thank you. And you are?
Andrew.
Okay, Andrew, talk about your today winning the championship and just this whole season.
Well, it's basically been winning. Like, I love my teammates, and yeah, and it's awesome winning the World Series.
A lot of fun, huh?
Yeah.
Too far.
Okay. Well, we're going to come back to the Padres. We're going to talk more from them on this championship day, but they're going to go support their teammate who might get a sportsmanship award. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Greg Porter back here with some minors AA champions, the Padres. And you are?
Scotty Earl.
Scotty, you were the starting pitching today. It's nice to have that little piece of hardware, isn't it?
Yep.
Had you won the championship before being on this team?
Yeah, this is actually my 3rd time going to the World Series, and I've won it twice in a row.
Oh, wow. So you're ready to move up to another division, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what school you go to?
I go to Jarbeck Elementary.
Okay, right next door. Anything else you want to say about your teammates winning this championship?
Well, I just want to say good job and nice job, Patrick, for closing out and beating Trevor. Okay, and that's all.
You get to play in the District 32 tournament now?
No, because we're only in AA.
Okay.
You have to be in AAA to do that.
You'll get your opportunity in the future, right?
Yep.
All righty now. Let me talk to your next teammate, and you are? Come on over and join us. Tell us who you are.
I am Dominic Madden.
Okay, Dominic, talk. What school you go to?
I go to St. Michael's School in Poway.
All right. Talk a little bit about this winning this medallion here you got on your shoulders.
Well, I had a great time today playing this game, and I've been on Scotty's team this is my 3rd year in a row. So I went to the World Series 3 times and lost once and won twice. And I just had a great time playing, and I played center field, second base, and third base, and I played first a couple times.
Great coaches, great team, right?
Yes, same coach 3 times.
Ready to move up?
Yep.
All right. All right, let me talk to another one of your teammates. Tell me who you are.
I'm Patrick McLaughlin.
Okay, Patrick, you're involved in the pitching in the second half of the game. Was that due to how many pitches they allow you guys to have?
No.
No, it was just a design, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What school you go to, Pat?
I go to St. Michael's as well.
All right. You been on this team all this time, or how long you been on the team?
Just this year.
Okay. So you get to play one more year on this team?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, right? All righty. Well, talk about one last thing, a couple of words about the experience of winning the championship.
It's just really fun going out there, you get to announce your names and all that. My team was great. Had a lot of fun.
It's a good day today, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let me talk to another one of your teammates. All right. Greg Porter back here with some more championship from the minor double A's, the Padres, and you are?
Donnie Wiseman.
Okay, Donnie, talk about the experience today and just this whole season, how it's unfolded.
Well, it's just been really awesome that we won today, and like earlier in the season, I wasn't so great about hitting and stuff, but I've gotten much better, and it's really cool to win.
It is. What school you go to?
EVS.
Okay.
Ellen Brunning Scripps Elementary.
Good school over there?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. One last thing that you want to say to your teammates or your parents watching this videotape?
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to them?
Oh, yeah. My teammates are awesome.
All right. It sounds good to me. And you are. Come on up. And what's your name?
Matthew.
Okay, Matthew. What's your last name?
Jewel.
Okay, Matthew, Jewel, talk about the experience of winning the championship, but more importantly, just how much fun you've had this year playing on this team.
I've had a lot of fun playing with the team because they're nice and they are fair, and when we win, they make everything a lot funner.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Anything, are you going to be on this team next year?
I don't know.
You'll see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
All righty. What school you go to, or did I already ask?
Miramar Ranch.
Okay, you like it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let me talk to your teammate. Thank you very much. And you are?
Michael Giacchi.
Okay. Michael, talk about the experience today, winning that hardware, and just the way it's been all season for you Padres.
It feels great that we won the World Series, and it's my first time going to the World Series, and it was fun.
All right. Can you send a memo to the National League, Major League Baseball guys? Win it this year? Like you did?
I hope they win.
Well, I tell you what, you guys played some great baseball today. What's the thing that you're going to take away with yourself and the thoughts about this year, this whole season?
That my teammates were great and we won.
Yeah, there you go. That's enough right there. What school you go to?
Dingman Elementary.
All right. Like that school?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let me talk to your teammate. And you are?
Jonathan.
And what's your last name? Okay. Jonathan, talk about winning this hardware and just how much fun this experience has been for this whole year.
It was my first time winning World Series, and I was excited.
Okay. And this is something that you're glad you decided to do, right, and play on this baseball team and keep playing all the way. Have you been playing since you were younger?
Yes.
Okay. And it's been a lot of fun, huh?
Yeah.
All right. What school you go to?
I'm homeschooled.
Okay. You like that school?
Yeah.
All right. Any last words you'd like to say as they say a shout out to everybody on the team?
My teammates are awesome.
There you go. That'll work. Okay. All right, thanks. And you are? Andrew. Okay, Andrew, and your last name?
Finer.
Okay. Talk a little bit about this experience. You're a champion now as a Padre in Minors AA.
This is the first time I've ever been in the World Series. I think my team did a lot more than I did.
Okay. But that's the word team, and they need everybody, and you've been able to provide that help to them, and it's worked out for the championship, hasn't it?
Yeah, they really help.
Okay. So this is something that you're going to keep doing, right? Keep getting better and learning at this game, right?
Yep. I'm gonna.
What school you go to?
St. Michael's.
Okay. Like that school?
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay. All righty. Well, good luck in the future. And you are?
Andrew, too.
Okay. What's your last name? You can come on up a little closer and take a look in. Okay. Talk a little bit about, Andrew, this experience of winning the championship and just the way it's been with you and your teammates all year long.
Well, winning the championships, I just knew it was going to happen since the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And my teammates are awesome. Accidents happen. One time, this last practice, a kid hit a ball and it hit me in the teeth. No. Cracked my teeth in half, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Well, it happened to me when I was younger, and I got a new one. And so I had to wait until I was already like 18, but you got yours sooner than that, so that's a good thing. It's a tough sport, but your coaches are real good at teaching you guys how to play this game, right?
Yeah, they're really good.
And your parents always get you to practice and are always enthusiastic, aren't they?
Yeah, really, especially my dad.
There you go. Did he used to play baseball?
Yeah.
All right. What school you go to?
Jerebeck.
Okay, you like that school right next door?
Yep.
All right. One last thing you'd like to say about your teammates and this whole experience?
Well, this is probably one of the best teams I've been on my whole life, and my teammates are just the best.
All righty. Thank you. Good luck in the future.
McLaughlin, Coach Ken Earl is the manager, and poetic justice. The first game we had, we lost to the A's by 1. Here we go, and we win in a nice game. But great kids, great season. Our parents are great. Between Coach Ken and I, we were gone a lot traveling, so there were times when he and I weren't even there, and we're still winning. So we've had a great season. Wanted to shout out to all the parents, and then it came down to we were against the Cubs. We were down by 4 in the 6th inning with 2 outs. Our bottom of our lineup came up. Wow. We made it through. We tied it, put it into extra innings. That was a 7-inning game that ended up being just awesome. And from that point on, played through the playoffs. We came up through the losers bracket to win the National League. Shout out to the Pirates. They're a great team, but we finally got their number back, and then we play a good game here. So we've had a great season. I hope all the kids continue to do their homework and just be good guys because we got a great group of kids. So Coach Ken and I were extremely happy, and again, a shout out to the parents. Thank you very much. They were the best.
And unfortunately, you guys don't get the opportunity to play in the District 32 Tournament of Champions. But, these kids look like they're going to be ready for that one day, won't they?
I think next year most of these kids will – I don't know that any of these kids will still be in AA. I think it'll be a lot of AAA. And I think they'll start to see their chances playing in those big tournaments. Exactly, sir.
Well, you guys got a great little league here, Scripps Ranch Little League. It's a pleasure to be here again. And we hope you enjoyed all the action right here from next door to Jerebeck Park, as the kids say that's the school they go to, where the final score in the championship in the minor AA was 4 for the Padres, 2 for the A's. Take care of yourself. God bless. Save this one on the hard drive, and we'll see you next time.